The Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby is Saturday and Sunday, January 25th and 26th. Base camp will continue to be at the Long Lake Sporting Club in Sinclair, with prizes worth over $50,000, including a $20,000 cash purse, a 2019 Polaris Ranger 900, and more. The derby areas include Long, Cross, St. Floyd, Square, Eagle, Glacier, Bow and Portage Lakes, Carr Pond, and the St. John River. Proceeds benefit the Edgar J. Paradis Cancer Fund. It's the Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby, Saturday and Sunday, January 25th and 26th.
Now here with me today on this beautiful day in northern Maine for this Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby is
Paul Bernier.
And Paul, you're chair of this committee, the committee for this derby?
Yeah, I'm the chairman of Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby, but I'm certainly not alone with this deal. We got a great committee, and it takes a lot of work to get to this point. And as we can see today, it's paid off. It's an awesome turnout. We had the opening ceremony last night. It was great. Everything went well, so it's all good.
Now this is the 15th year. How did this derby get started in the first place?
We were shooting from the hip 15 years ago. I told Ryan Pelletier, I used to work for Ryan with the town of St. Agatha, and I said it'd be nice to do something just to break up the winter, and so we tried it. And just on Long Lake, in our first year, we had over 200 registrants, and I think the purse was $1,500. Yeah.
And that it certainly has grown since then. Last year, how many people did you have in the Derby?
Last year, we had 1,131 or 1,121 people, and the purse last year cash purse was $18,500.
So it's been growing ever since, and it looks like this year is doing better?
Oh my God. I don't want to jinx myself, but we're going to be close to 1,400 people this year, just by the registrations that went out. We got the prizes, you got the side-by-side, and you have the cabin, and then we got a $20,000 cash purse. We had the ultimate ice. We got prizes close to $50,000 this year.
It's incredible. Now, the proceeds from this, there's money generated. There's a lot of donations from the area, from the businesses, but the proceeds, where do they go to?
We have to thank our sponsors. They're a big part of this event, especially this year with all these big prizes. There's a lot of expenses, but the people are supporting it, and at the end of it all, when everything's paid, we look at our bottom line, and the major beneficiary for this is the Edgar J. Paradis Cancer Fund. It's badly needed. It services everybody in northern Maine, and to date we've given them about $72,000. So I'm sure I would dare say that we're gonna be at $80,000 after this event.
Now the name Edgar J. Paradis is also a name that's on the registration list of people. Now, are some of the Paradis family here fishing with us today?
You know what? From day one, if you look over there, they're fishing in the same spot, the same 4 or 5 of them. You got Danny, you got Roland, you got Wilfred Socia, and you have a couple of the kids, and it's a tradition for them. And every year they come and see us, and they thank us for doing this. And we thank them too for their support.
Now the Edgar J. Paradis Cancer Fund benefits, but how about the area itself?
We've always tried to put a number, on what the economic benefit is for this event. And we've done some rough numbers, but I think we're lowballing it. This is scary. It's scary. From Holton north there's not a business that's not affected by this derby. So it's all good. I have no idea what the amount is, but we can walk around next week and talk to all the businesses and see how they did, and they'll be smiling.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. There's a little snow falling, although it's not snow. I think it's supposed to be warm, and it's more like crystals, I think, that are just floating down. It's very 25 degrees, very comfortable, very nice.
This is nice. I'm out here in a t-shirt, and it's A little bit of snow, no sun. Again, perfect fishing conditions, and it's can't ask for a better day.
Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you for the Derby. Certainly on behalf of the area, the Edgar J. Paradis Cancer Fund, what it does for the people in northern Maine.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for their support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to the 2020 Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby. This is January 25th, the first day of the 15th Annual Fishing Derby. The weather conditions are good for ice fishing with overcast skies, light winds, and a temperature of 27 degrees. We are overlooking Long Lake, a 6,000-acre body of water that extends from the town of St. Agatha to the town of St. Clair, Maine. The black spots that you can see on the lake are fishing parties that have come here for the ice fishing derby. Long Lake is one of the 10 area lakes as well as the St. John River where fishermen can fish during the derby. Ice conditions on the lake have greatly improved in the last 2 weeks. With a cold snap in early January and no snow, the lakes froze with a layer of 7 to 8 clear, solid ice. However, warm weather followed and the ice did not thicken. Usually, by the end of January, the ice on the lakes are at least 20 inches thick. During the last 2 weeks, the ice has thickened to 15 inches and creates a safe environment for fishermen to enjoy. This is the 15th year that the Derby has been held. It began in 2006 as an opportunity to get people outside during the long northern Maine winters. It's also an event that was created to be a family activity and enjoyed by young and old. Since 2006, the interest in the Derby has continued to grow. The first year the Derby was held, there were a total of 290 people that registered. The Derby waters were limited to Long Lake. This year, registrations have increased to 1,659, and the Derby waters now include 10 lakes and the St. John River. The Derby participants once came mostly from the local area. However, now they come from all over the state of Maine, the New England states, as well as the Canadian provinces of New Brunswick and Quebec. As the interest in the Derby has grown, so has the cash prizes. The total cash awarded has gone from $10,000 in 2006 to $20,000 this year. There are several categories for fishermen. There is an adult category and one for youth who are 13 years of age and below. The Derby awards prizes for the species of fish that include salmon, brook trout, togue, muskie, cusk, and yellow perch.
I'm out to go a-wandering along the mountain track.
This is the process we do at the weigh station. We got a salmon here, and our scale is set at 0. Scale is state approved and licensed, and 4 pounds, 4.6 ounces. It has an E-clip. IF&W clips some of the fins so that we know what year they came in. This is an E-clip. And now we'll go measure it. Okay. We'll go by the length, 24.5 inches. And when it comes to determining the place and everything, if we have 2 fish that are the same length, we go by weight. And if we have 2 fish that are exact same weight, we go by the longest one. That's why we measure it. We take the length and the weight.
Now, what happens to the data you're collecting, Paul?
All of this goes back to IF&W, and that they appreciate the fact that we send it to them, and gives them some history and how much, how many fish we caught and things, all that information. So, all the species we do that. Okay, we need a picture now.